Hey, you have built a business and you have finally achieved the goals that you always dreamed of. And then now you have a group team, but then sometimes you feel that becomes a burden because sometimes you feel like it's way easier for you to do it by yourself rather than getting your team members to do it because they either make mistakes or they cannot get things moving. They're not getting any sales closed either. If that's you, this message is for you. Today, I'm going to share with you the most significant elements and secrets and steps that how you can create a self-motivated team, how you can manage an amazing leadership skill through managing your team as well. In our network, I have a group of team members. And what we do is, how can I keep them self motivated? At the beginning, it was really hard. What we did was, I just need to micromanage them. I need to guide them every step along the way. I create SOP, ask them to follow the SOP, but it seems never working. I don't know what happened. And then I realized that sometimes it's not just you need to manage the team, but lead the team. Leadership is way more impactful and significant than just managing a team. And the thing about the story is one of my team members who always has been scared of making mistakes. And then one day I realized, oh, why he has to wait every single step for me to tell him what to do. And then I slowly realized that it's not his problem, it's my problem because they're so scared of making mistakes. They're scared of doing their own thinking. If something goes not on my way, then they think they're doing a bad job. They don't want to look bad. They don't want to not end up performing well. And then when I started to shift that mindset, shift my approach, I started to encourage that person to think more positively and ahead, take ownership, he immediately becomes so much more effective and he takes care of the team. He also improved his leadership skills. And the next thing, when we talk about how to create the self-motivated team, we also must must not micromanage the team. When you just start the company, if you don't have a closed SOP, or if you have an SOP, you need to make sure all the team members are doing the right thing. And it's understandable at the beginning. But if you're doing business more than a year or two or three or four, you're still doing the same thing. That's a big problem because by then, everything should be automatically moving and you should understand what's the right thing that they should be doing, what's not. If you're still doing that, that means these people might not be the right people. You should change the people, not to change the SOP. And the next thing, when we be a leader, we need to understand, especially in Asian cultures, we tend to use force power to control what others need to do and not to do. But in Western culture, it doesn't work. Instead of controlling others, lead with calm authority. The more calm you are, the calmer you are, the better the power becomes. And not constant hustle. When you keep talking about, have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done this? You are going to burn yourself out and you are going to lose the joy in leadership. That's what happened to many leaders across the globe, that they don't end up liking what they do, not because they don't like what they do, but because they have to spend too much energy on doing those things, and then they end up hating what they do. So what we do as a team here in SGN is we have fixed meetings. And most of the time when we as entrepreneurs would become busier and we become lazier, when it's a lazier, it's like we don't want to always be forced to be on some kind of course. And then we can tend to say, you know what, I'm not gonna have a meeting with my team. That's it. And then it builds up a lot of fortress because whenever there's something going wrong with your team, if you never communicate with them in time, you didn't even know what happened. Just like a broken marriage, they all think it's okay just because it's normal, it's okay. They never talk about it. And by the end of the whole thing, when they start talking about it, it's already a divorce, which is not necessary. In order to keep your team that they're happily working for you, you need to always allocate some time to fix meetings, whether it's to encourage them or to you can have a group meetings or you can have a small group or big group. It's completely up to you. But the most effective thing is still one-on-one meetings. I've heard Elon Musk has been meeting all of his staff one-on-one. And I know a friend, his name is David. He went back to Thailand. He met all the 100 people one-on-one as well, just have a quick conversation. And that makes a huge difference, my friend. It's about the personal connection. When your people trust you, they will follow you. And the next thing about leadership, how you create the self-motivated teams, is to lead by example and excellence. Two E's. For example, when I'm doing my speech, my team knows that I need to practice my speech a lot of times. When I go to the stage, they can see that I'm making efforts, I'm driving for excellence, and they will learn from the same way how I treat my life, how I do my work. They will also do the same. And also, most of the time, we believe being a leader is to being a teacher, educator, tell them what to do, but it's completely not true. And I realize it's the same, pretty much like parenting. You tell your kids what to do. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. When they listen, sometimes they forgot. But when you ask them to take lead, they will be way more self-motivated. They will do things, they'll take ownership, responsibilities, and they will not end up complaining at all. So these are my personal takeaway when it comes to being a great leader, driving leadership excellence, as well as guide your team to become the self-motivated team. Now, the question is sometimes when you hire people, it's already right now, let's say you're going to hire new people, you're very scared because you don't know if they're going to be the right people. And my personal takeaway is a few words. The first thing is loyalty. Without loyalty, that person will become quite useless. When I say useless, it's like the person can take anything away from your company, can do something harmful to you as well. We need to make sure the person is always a loyal person. Check their background. They might be staying in one company for more than 5 years, 6 years. Those people are great. But if you look at some of the other candidates, they jump every single 5 months. That's a big question. And the second is the honesty. A person who tells lies, we all tell lies, by the way. I'm not saying we're looking for the unicorn, we're looking for the one who doesn't exist in the world. We are looking for someone who at least basically, foundationally, they are quite honest. They're not trying to hide things away from you because when you deal with those kind of people, it's draining. It takes too much of your energy and time. You rather pay money to win your time and energy back rather than wasting your time and energy and even money as well to hire someone who are not even honest. And the third thing is the value sharing. They have to share the same value as you do. That's why when you have this interview, you ask those questions and to understand about their mindset, their philosophies, how they think about like what they do on Sunday, what they do on those days, what are their hobbies and everything, because that also shows about their personalities. And the last but not the least is the expertise. If someone you hire that they don't know what to do, you have to tell them what to do, then what's the point you hire them? You should just do it by yourself. It's always better that you hire someone to be better at you to do what you do and so that they can take lead and get things done in time. And not just in time, but in an excellent way. For me, we have team members like who's very good at videos, editing stuff, which I'm not good at it. I know how to do it, but I'm not good at it. I also have a team member who is really good at managing, organizing, and following up, which I'm okay with it, but I'm not the best at that. And we have many people in the team that we believe they're using the best gifts. We still have, I have experiences that there's a team member who doesn't know what they're doing and they are really miserable. Something that it takes us 1 hour would take that person 5-6 hours, it's really a disaster. So when you start those process, make sure that you tick all these boxes, and no matter what other things are, as long as these foundations are right, you're going to find the best staff and person that can help you to grow your business. I hope this helps you. If you can subscribe, like, and share with your friends, it will help to help more people who are struggling like you do. And until next time, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.